As we stand on the threshold of a new century, we find ourselves in a world with an ever-increasing demand for new products made of new materials. Science and technology respond to this demand almost on a daily basis. And yet, ours is a world that is still built on steel. I'm speaking to you today from Northwestern University near Chicago, site of the Steel Resource Center, a unique partnership between a great research university and a dynamic American industry. The research conducted here is aimed at producing better steel products, better for America and the world now and into the 21st century. American steel is a high-tech industry driven by a commitment to continuously improve quality and efficiency, concepts that guide the industry as it makes significant investments in the future, in people, in equipment, in research and development, and in the environment. We're building on our momentum as we turn our attention to the 90s and beyond. American steel. Forging a stronger tomorrow. In recent months, new plants have begun operating that represent trailblazing advances in steel production. In this new plant, the entire series of cold rolling processes is combined in a single continuous line. Another new unit combines pickling or descaling with cold reduction in a continuous line capable of processing both sheet and tin plate products at extremely efficient production rates. Both plants encompass pioneering computer-driven technologies, technologies driven by customers who require consistently superb quality at low cost. Every phase of the steel-making process is being examined to streamline activity and improve quality.
To improve the quality that we give to our customers, we're using statistical process control that involves getting what we make right the first time rather than inspecting the quality in. That way we don't have to do things over and over to get it right.
Yeah, I think continued computer automation and retrofitting of mills is going to be a major trend in the steel industry in the 90s. The ability to tighten tolerance levels and make existing equipment perform even better does exist today through better computer control.
But everything is computer controlled, and it has to be, because everything here has to be monitored 24 hours a day in a controlled environment to give a quality product to our customer.
Quality has improved. What we're rejecting today for defects was acceptable 5 years ago. That's how the improvements have been made.
Steelmaking has reached new levels of sophistication in its processes. And these innovations have led to new products, including hardenable steels which make automobile doors dent-free, tubular products that perform well in extremely hostile environments, high-performance plate products, and sophisticated coated steels. These advances are the result of billions of dollars in reinvestments, which have paid off dramatically. Yield, which is a key measure of efficiency, from raw steel to shipped finished product, is now better than 86%, up from 71% only a decade ago. Continuous casting has been a major factor in improving quality. U.S. mills have tripled the rate of continuously cast steel in 10 years. Several major plants are either entirely reliant on continuous casters or are rapidly approaching that level. But it is the people who have driven the new technology into new competitive dimensions, making American steel globally competitive. Part of this success was born out of a significant commitment to training. In the last 5 years alone, the industry spent more than $200 million on training its workforce.
Every new piece of equipment that we have here, everybody's been trained on it, and as you make improvements, You have to train the people on the improvements that were made to the equipment also. Just between team members, there's a lot of training that's going on.
Each evolution of technology and efficiency strengthens the partnerships American Steel has established with its customers. Partnerships that begin at the product planning stage. Partnerships like the one between the American auto and steel industries, designed to improve the technologies applied in converting steel to automotive parts.
The Auto-Steel Partnership has given us an opportunity to focus on the requirements that we need at Chrysler to make a lower cost vehicle with the highest quality possible to satisfy the customer. There's good feedback between both communities. We define our requirements, what we need to make the vehicles of the future, and the steel community is involved with us to reach that goal.
2 years ago, in a University of Michigan survey, automotive experts predicted that 20% of all automotive exterior panels would be made of plastic by the end of this century. But thanks to innovations in steel products developed through the Auto-Steel Partnership, that figure has dropped to 5%.
The gains that we're making in steel are more than offsetting the gains that we made to this date in plastic. So I do see steel remaining as a viable product in our automobiles for a long time to come.
Giant claws were tearing at the condemned buildings in San Francisco's Marina District. Officials now believe the damage in San Francisco alone may reach $2 billion. There is no longer any hope.
The importance of steel's partnership with the construction industry was demonstrated dramatically in the 1989 California earthquake. While many structures were reduced to rubble, those with enough steel escaped unscathed. California's modern seismic building codes require the increased use of steel or heavy use of reinforced steel for concrete and other materials. These codes are lacking in many areas of the country, but through steel industry efforts, that is now changing.
I've been to so many earthquakes and I've seen the performance in many types of buildings and many types of construction. And steel in general performed very, very well. The material itself is very ductile. The buildings are more flexible, so those are very positive aspects of using steel for design. I think in this earthquake, steel performed very well.
Steel must also figure prominently in the rebuilding of America's ailing infrastructure. More than 40% of U.S. bridges are structurally deficient. Several American cities lose as much as 30% of their daily water supply because of leaking transmission systems. This monumental rebuilding job is critical to future economic growth, and it's a job American Steel is ready to do. The partnership with our customers in the container market has been solidified in new product developments, improved quality, and cost reductions. The industry is also fortifying its national network for recycling steel cans. Recycling is not a new concept for American steelmakers. Steel is, in fact, the most recycled material. All steel products are 100% recyclable. And in the last decade, over 1 trillion pounds of steel were recycled, 28 times more than aluminum, 2.5 times more than aluminum and all other recycled materials combined. Recycled steel scrap is essential to the steelmaking process. It saves energy, conserves natural resources, and reduces our nation's landfill burden. One of the great challenges of the 90s will be continued improvement of the environment. Again, American Steel is meeting that challenge. As the result of a nearly $7 billion investment, the industry removes well over 90% of its water and airborne pollutants. But environmental regulations must be balanced with continued economic expansion to sustain the international competitiveness of steel, our customers, and our suppliers. Keeping American steel globally competitive also requires strong laws and rules that deal effectively with dumping, subsidies, and other kinds of unfair international trading practices that have victimized many American industries.
American Steel, an industry with a great vision of the future. An industry with the most advanced technology anywhere. A well-trained, world-class workforce, and the momentum to play a vital role in the economic expansion of America and the world.
I feel that we have a really strong hold on the market and we'll be able to keep going strong.
It's to all of our advantages for the steel industry to invest heavily in their future, and we see that happening today.
I personally feel that I think we should be using more steel.
The technology is different, the shape of the steel is different coming out. The basic overall outlook, I think the steel industry is going to be around for a long time.
We've made a lot of progress in the last 10 years, but we're in a highly competitive environment, and the materials battle has really just begun. We've got to really further advance it going into the next century.
There's definitely a feeling of pride in the U.S. steel industry again. There's a feeling of wanting to be number one. You know, we want to be number one again.
American Steel. Forging a stronger tomorrow.